Welcome to Nature Book Review, a video showcasing books on nature and wildlife.
Birds are one of the most colorful creatures on the planet. You name the color, it is present in the bird. The birds are distributed throughout the world in all types of habitat. There are birds who swim underwater. There are birds who fly higher than Mount Everest. The birds are present in desert, in the snow, in the forest. They are present everywhere. Some birds are herbivorous, some birds are carnivorous, some birds they like to eat the dead organism. There are variety of food in birds. Because of this, it is difficult to narrow down which bird you can like amongst 12,000 odd species of birds. So here is the book which tried to narrow down to 100 birds. It says that 100 birds to see before you die, written by David Chandler and Dominic Cousins. This book is fantastic book. It tells about 100 birds amongst the 12,000 birds found worldwide. The best part of this book is entire page is dedicated to a photograph. Okay, and on the description page you will see there is a common name, scientific name, and there is a punchline. That is why this bird is important. Okay, let's say for example this is a crimson chat. The punchline says that a colorful resident of the outback and one Australian that hardly ever drinks. Okay, so this is the punchline for the bird. There's a big photograph, as I said. There are some small filler photographs here, and there are fact file like size of the bird, then distribution, habitat, classification, that is also very important, then population, that tells us about the IUCN status of the bird, then breeding system, whether monogamous, polygamous and other things, then about nest and eggs, then incubation and fledgling, and there's a map over here which tells us about where the bird is found, and of course there is a distribution. So this book is amazing for the fact that it shows the entire bird in full size, so you can gauge why they have selected 100 birds. Now there are criterias why the birds what are the criteria in fact they have used to select the birds. So those are practical difficulty of seeing the species, then rarity, then conservation status, then uniqueness, then brightness and vivacity of the color, then plumage and boldness of shape, then the X factor, that is something unknown, something interesting, then the level of habitat interest and how species fits into it, behavioral interest, then sounds and cultural impact. So they have tried to consider lot many characters which can be used to narrow down this 100 species. Although you after going this book you can see that there are many species also which can fit in this criteria. So it is a really difficult task to have 100 species because like even in India you have multiple species which could have been included here, but of course it is difficult to come down to 100 out of 12,000 species. Okay, and at the end they have given a list, and you are supposed to tick it when you have seen it. Okay, but of course you have to do globe trotting to different parts of the world, and it's not that easy. Okay, and the numbering starts in reverse order. The first bird is the 100th one, and the last bird is the first one. So first bird is Arctic tern. So here you can see a photo, and a punchline says an incredibly well traveled migrant. So all of us know it migrates from pole to pole. And the first bird probably you would like to see is ivory-billed woodpecker, a woodpecker to make history with, if it isn't history already, means a very rare bird woodpecker found in US. So this is an amazing book to have an idea of around 100 species of birds found throughout the world.